No drones in the national park, no drones.
I attempted to communicate with this person that flying drones in national parks is prohibited. Not only that, but the sound was so intrusive and annoying that it got me quite upset. Recently, someone told me that they hoped that I was enjoying myself. I hope that they can understand how frustrating it is to be surrounded by a bunch of people who really are oblivious to anything that's going on around them. And in fact, they're worse than oblivious. They're made aware of things that are not supposed to be happening, and they continue to do it anyway in an entitled manner. Prior to the clip where you hear me yelling out, no drones in the national park, prior to that, I had tried to talk with this person in a much more controlled manner. For some reason, they didn't understand, or they just didn't care to acknowledge what I was requesting or why I was requesting it. But when her partner steps out and is able to hear at the same time that someone else is communicating with her about this, she suddenly does stop flying the drone. If you've watched any of my prior clips, I'll tell you, for years you could hear horned owls hooting from this park, from this campground, all year round. Now this is what you hear year round.
No drones in the national park, no drones.
I felt myself growing intensely angry at just how inconsiderate these people were. And then I started to remember, maybe it's because I recognized that I've been inconsiderate myself in the past. Maybe I needed to forgive my neighbor, so to speak. I thought again about the comment that someone had made. They hoped I was enjoying myself, and all I could do is recall that I'd submitted the information to them as far as where I was at, and the weather suddenly became challenging. I seemed to always be unknowingly one step ahead in terms of being prepared for the things that the weather would throw at me. I continued to measure all of the information that I could with relation to my walk so that I could see if I was making any progress. And by that, what I mean is that I've been significantly challenged in terms of health over the past few months, maybe even years. The more distant my friends and family have become, the more my healing seems to accelerate. And that makes me wonder if my formerly broken relationships will now be mended, and if that's going to result from my health having improved, or if my health is going to improve and that's going to result in my formerly broken relationships being mended again. I couldn't really tell you. All I can tell you is that the more that I want to do things like go on these peaceful outings, look at those horses, and look at these insects. These are things that people who were there didn't really give any kind of credit to. In fact, right towards the end of daylight, a hummingbird moth came in, and a young girl was terrified of what that moth could do to her. So she began flailing about, and by some miracle, the hummingbird moth was never impacted by the girl's flailing limbs. I myself was very stressed out. I was worried that the hummingbird moth was going to be killed inadvertently because of this young girl's fear. And neither the parents nor anyone around us seemed to be able to try to inspire peace. I tried, but my voice was drowned out by all the screams of this child. Now I can't see this as I'm recording it, but I've already checked, and it looks as if you can see this from your side of the screen. This is basically where I've come to recover. Now, I'm going to keep this clip short for a number of reasons. Mostly I just wanted to say though that as you can see, I've got the place to myself, and it's very therapeutic. I definitely think about the people who could significantly benefit from this type of therapy, if you want to call it that. But either way, I just wanted to say, hope you're having a great day, and I hope that you're enjoying these clips while I try to sharpen myself before I present to you some of the sharper instruments that I want to showcase on this channel. Until next time, peace, love, and all that old school stuff. On the way back to camp, I saw some interesting wildlife, and I also saw that I made it out of there just in time. Look at that temperature drop. Wow.